Hello and welcome to MVP Hot Seat with Ibrahim Ababu. Once again, we are putting the spotlight on Kenya. After Nupea Hot Seat interview, which you can watch on our YouTube channel, I'm glad to welcome today Mr. James Chumba, Director General of Kenya Nuclear Regulatory Authority, KNRA. Mr. Chumba has served for more than 20 years as a regulator in KNRA, the former Radiation Protection Board, and has risen through the ranks to be at the top management of the authority. He is responsible for the day-to-day management of the affairs and staff of the authority. Kenya enjoys strong political support and goodwill for its nuclear program, with concerted effort to ensure the first nuclear power plant becomes operational by 2034. Welcome, James. Great to see you today.
Thank you, Ibrahim. It's a pleasure for me to be here with you today.
Thanks to you. My first question is KNRA ready and prepared to support Kenya's nuclear power program, and why?
Thank you, Ibrahim. KNRA remains focused to supporting the safe and secure harnessing of nuclear and radiation technologies. We've been doing it for many years on regulating the conventional radiation sources. When it comes to the nuclear power plant, there are many factors that are usually taken into account when a country is considering the different energy options. Among these considerations, the key ones are the economic development, the long-term energy planning, among others. In Kenya, we have the Nuclear Power and Energy Agency, which is charged with the responsibility of promoting and implementing Kenya's nuclear power program. However, as a regulatory body, we are in place as part of the wider nuclear energy program as a key infrastructure issue that as a country, we must put in place a nuclear regulator that is capable of guiding the nuclear energy operations, right from siting, construction, operations, decommissioning. And indeed, when that time reaches when NUPEA will have identified who will be the owner operator, KNRA is very ready and indeed has begun to put in place measures, development of regulations, guidance, working very closely with NUPEA, so that as Kenya pursues nuclear energy, it will be able to do it in a safe and secure manner, so in order to implement the national broader objectives. So for KNRA, safety remains a sacrosanct factor. That is basically where, as a regulatory authority, we want to be seen that the Kenyan public is confident that this technology is safe, secure, and meets international standards.
Indeed, and the role of KNRA is crucial in the nuclear power program. As an independent regulator, you will play a great role in the development of nuclear in Kenya, and I wish you to a very successful nuclear power program. Moving on, KNRA has recently agreed a working partnership with Excel Services Corporation. Can you share with us more about the agreement and how Excel supports you?
Our partnership with Excel Services Corporation revolves around technical and advisory services. We settled in Excel because they showed capability for understanding what we need. We first met Excel during the US FAST program, And we entered into discussions in the field of radiation safety and nuclear technology. Part of the Excel will help us to achieve as a regulator is to review regulations used in other countries and the safety requirements issued by the International Atomic Energy Agency, so that we be able to determine the extent to which these existing regulations can be incorporated in Kenya. We recognize as regulator that best practices from various countries, mostly the mature national regulatory regimes, will ensure that our regulations achieve levels of safety that meet or exceed accepted standards all over the world. We are currently in discussion with Excel on finalizing our work plan. And that work plan provides a roadmap to which we can jointly work together. But the key thing, Ibrahim, is that we want to build competence, build capacity, while observing the best in the industry. So we looked at the track record of Excel. We saw their presentation, and we are keen to being part of one of the agencies that they have worked together and assisted them in developing a robust regulatory infrastructure. Thank you.
I totally agree. Learning from mature nuclear countries would help avoid some of the mistakes they did in their own countries, and not to implement them in Kenya and in other newcomer countries. And I wish you a very fruitful partnership with Excel. Moving on to a hot issue that is being discussed around the world is SMRs. How is regulating SMRs different from large reactor? What are the challenges?
For sure, Ibrahim, like you put it, is a hot issue. This is not a proven technology. There is a kind of people not, or rather countries are not very keen because it has not been tested. People are still, the issue of operating a nuclear power plant, the safety issues, security, safeguards issues, people want something that has been proven, a technology that has been proven. When you look around, there are more than 80 different technologies all over the world being undertaken about SMR. The question is now everyone is waiting who will first deploy, and then we see how it operates. Is it economical? Is it safe? Can it be able to solve some of the problems that each country is looking at? So country like Kenya is still in the same position, the wait and see culture. Despite the fact that in theory, in practical, in theory, there has been demonstrated that it is an ideal reactor because of the modularity, the safety, the issues of waste. There is still that fear to get engaged, to go in it so deeply. But as a country also, we are readying ourselves in the sense that if indeed it is proven that it's going to work, looking at our economic sustainability, the level of the infrastructure we have, we do not want to be left behind. So we are also part of the wider debate, we are having that wider debate, wider discussion, keeping our options open, that we can be able to embrace it, if at all it is economical and sustainable for us.
Indeed. And if I understand, you are considering both at the moment both large reactor and SMRs, but you need first to see how the SMR development is going and to have more concrete facts about SMRs, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And my final question is, what are KNRA main areas of focus for 2024, or next year?
KNRA's main focus is to strengthen our regulatory framework in line with the framework on the safe and secure handling of nuclear and radioactive materials. We still emphasize the importance of a strong safety culture for nuclear and radiation applications. The authority is keen to promote a safety-oriented mindset, open communication, and a commitment to high levels of safety. In the coming year, that is in 2024, KNRA is equally prepared to lay emphasis on sustained public education and training of staff, where we will focus on building internal and external technical expertise and competencies. We want to look around. Nuclear Business Platform is one key partner that when we venture out there to build our own internal technical expertise and competence, we are keen to getting support and also offering support. Kenya is also lucky to be hosting this year's IAEA-supported postgraduate educational course in radiation protection and safety of radiation sources. We are proud as a country that IAEA designated the Kenya Nuclear Regulatory Authority as a regional designated center. And this will go a long way in improving Kenya's and region's regulatory capacity. We are also in the process of establishing requirements for the design, construction, operation, and decommissioning of nuclear facilities at the stage where we are doing regulations. And we are doing these regulations in a manner that start from the sightings. I want to assure you, Ibrahim, that protection of the environment and human safety is a key issue for us. And as we enter 2024, we are strengthening our regulatory framework in all fronts, building our capacity. We are hiring new staff, getting to widen the expertise, not only in radiation sources, but key in supporting Kenya's nuclear power program. Thank you.
Thanks very much, James, and congratulations for the designation by the IAEA. And thank you once again for such a great discussion. I'm sure Kenya is heading on the right path toward the adoption of nuclear energy. I wish you a lot of success on this amazing journey. For our YouTube viewers, feel free to leave your comments on the box below. Stay tuned for our next episode of MVP Hot Seat. Thank you very much, James, for such great discussion.
Thank you, Ibrahim.